Welcome to a basic RIOT demonstration. Well, we like to start with business value first. Let's get to why this software even exists. A company called Southern Roofing found themselves at $30 million in 9 markets, and they adopted another inspection tool in the industry, and they found that it was too hard to configure. It was mostly like a Dropbox link full of photos, but it didn't actually get you through the workflow of closing the homeowner and getting agreement for them to represent you, for you to represent them, I should say. They were at 30 million in 9 markets, and they decided to build their own tool. And by building their own tool, they focused on training and onboarding and speed to productivity of someone like a bartender that's never been on a roof in their life. And so in just 2 years, it took them 5 years to get to 30 million in 9 markets, and just 2 more years after this software I'm about to show you, they were able to go to 80 million in 24 markets. And Southern Roofing is now part of Legacy, which is the largest residential roofing company in North America. Now, why does it matter? What does it actually affect? Let's say you're doing 15 inspections a week, right? So your guys are doing 15 inspections a week, and your win rate is about 25% for $12,000 size roofs, and you can lay roofs for 50 weeks a year because you're in warmer climate. And so this is about $45,000 a week of revenue for 50 weeks with 10 staff. Would be $23 million. Now, if you had RIOT and we take the learnings that created this outcome and we plug it into the KPIs that are improved, you're going to see that your team can actually complete about 33% more inspections per person. So that number 15 is going to go to 20. And what you're going to notice in your close rate when we show you the report in just a minute is all of the information, both for the homeowner and for the insurance adjuster, is so consistent and so well documented that you're actually going to see about a 10% improvement in the number of roofs that you get off of that actually turn into revenue, that should turn into revenue for the homeowner. You know, the side benefit is you, the contractor. And you're also going to see that the deal size goes up, again, by about 10%, some markets 8, some markets 12. And this is due to the fact that the app makes you document every single micro component, drip edge, and all the goodies so that your submission and the negotiation with the insurance adjuster contains everything that should be part of the claim, rather than relying on training to a new roofer to remember all these things and check off checklists and find them on the roof and take the right photos. So when you apply these factors to the same exact company that was doing things with either another app in the industry or on their own methods with their own camera phone, you're going to see a profound impact. In this case, it's like a 50% impact. Now, look, let's be reasonable. You're probably not going to get a 50% impact. So let's say one of these is off by even half. There's still a profound amount, and you can see it in the performance of this company here. There's a profound amount of opportunity in the inspection process alone, and that's what RIOT really focuses on. Now let's move to what it looks like to actually use the software. So I'm going to show you here on the app what the app looks like. We're going to play on the TV side by side.
Naturally, we're going to have a tape measure to measure.
It's pretty loud, so we're going to turn it down.
That is shingles, pipe boots, flash.
What you're seeing here is training. So it's not just about how to do the roof inspection, it's training. You see Donnie here is taking you through the things you need in your bag before you get on the roof. So it's how to do the job, it's training, and other information and content. I'm going to skip ahead where you're going to start to see some other workflow items. So behind me is a real roof in Florida that was done last week. Right here, you're going to see me start from scratch. So when I open up the app and I go, I'm gonna save and continue later here for this particular one, so we can start over fresh. All right. So if we start over fresh, we're just going to add a new house. I got to type in all the customer's information, and we're just going to make up some random values here. And now we have this new Mia house. Then I'm going to begin the job, and I'm going to start with the main structure. If you have a garage or another building, you can add those structures as needed. So when we hit begin, upside down's fun. For interior, We're going to skip this. I'm going to make this fast here for interior. I'm just going to capture one room here. Sometimes you don't even get in the inside. So no measurements available. My interior is done. So we're not going to focus on interior today. We're going to focus on exterior. Notice how it's making me, just like what's happening to Donnie here, he's being forced to make choices. I'm being forced to make choices. So it's guiding me through step by step where I need to go. So it's telling me first I need to take a front elevation photo. If I get my hand off the camera here, there we go. So I take that photo. If I notice that there's something wrong with the driveway, then I can scroll down to driveway and say I'm going to take a photo of the driveway. Okay? If I see there's other damage, maybe I notice them on the gutters, maybe I'll take a photo of the gutters. So again, we're in a trade show here, so we're going to X out of that. And we're going to go left, and it's going to move us through. I got a magic button here called All Clear. So I've just pretended that we finished that. Now we're on the roof system itself. So preliminary evaluation is going to ask you, what kind of shingles are these? And you need to take a photo and document that you have proven the number of layers by first choosing how many layers and then actually taking the photo. Does it have drip edge? Well, in this case, we're going to say it does, and we're going to document that photo as you're seeing happen here on this screen. So he's a little bit ahead of me, and he's got all the way down to the post-inspection evaluation. So if I go back and I catch up where he is, he's on post-inspection evaluation, and you see he's going through these different pieces and parts, and he's selecting the values that are appropriate, being guided the whole way through. Now, speaking of components, there are many. As you're seeing on the screen behind me, does it have a satellite on the roof? Is there a satellite? Well, if there is, you need to document that. You're going to have to replace around that satellite. Now, let's skip to the end of this. When you're done, all you have to do is hit complete this job. And when you complete that job, you need an email address. So we'll just use my own email address here. All right, so, and there's my email for any of you watching. There we go. Now I've submitted this job. Here goes all the photos pulling off of the internal memory of the device, not actually from the photo reel. It's going to all end up on a zip folder. You can grab them later, every single photo you took. The report is being built on the fly as we're talking right now. Now, if I have no signal, the app works offline, still does the job, still lets you finish, and will pipe it back up later when it hits an internet signal. What does the report actually look like? Well, the real power is, first we start with the score. And this score is the repair or replace score. This is a guide. This is not an industry standard. We're not trying to start a fight. This is meant to be your guide as the customer of RIOT, the roofing contractor, that says, look, if it's below a 70, it's low 80% improvement. Low 80% likelihood this roof's going to be paid for by insurance. It's if below a 60, it goes up into the 90s. If it's above a 70, but below an 80, might be a repair. Above an 80, this is probably a roof that just doesn't have enough issues to be replaced. The homeowner should keep that roof, and the insurance company should keep their money. So, as you work through it, you're going to get the same exact photo layout and structure for every single report, no matter which rep is doing it. It's going to have the same information because it makes them capture the same information. Remember some of these choices we made around number of layers and type of shingle, on into the damage, where did you find it, what about elevation, all the goodies. So as we scan through all these goodies, we get to the back and we notice there's all of our components and different pieces and parts that we need to inform the project team. What are they dealing with? All of these might be part of the claim as well. So it's mandatory capture, organized perfectly, and you're able to show this to the homeowner when you get off the ladder before you even leave the driveway. So this is going to be your best friend if you're doing insurance work and you're working with folks that are in stormy areas and there's hail and wind damage, and your job is to help them get a new roofing system that currently has issues today. This is going to be your best friend because you're going to be able to do more work and you're going to see a profound impact to your business, just like the inventors of this software found in their business as they scaled and became now part of the legacy roofing company.